You know, for pretty much forever, the bathroom scale has told us just one thing, a number. That's it. But what if that simple device could do a whole lot more? What if it could actually look past that number and see the invisible signals your body is sending out every single day? Well, today, we're diving into the tech that's turning that what if into a reality and transforming a simple weight reading into a detailed map of your health.
So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll totally rethink what a scale even is. Then we'll get into the fascinating electrical secrets our bodies hold and see how that science gets packed into a device you can use at home. We'll explore what it really measures and then, tie it all back to what it means for the future of your own health.
All right, let's jump right in. First things first, we need to completely redefine what we should expect from a bathroom scale.
I mean, just think about that for a second. It might sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, right? But this very question is at the heart of a huge shift in personal health. The whole point is to stop obsessing over a single, often misleading number, and instead to get something like a living, breathing blueprint of how your body is actually doing on the inside.
Because let's be honest, that one number, your weight, it doesn't tell you a thing about your heart health, your metabolism, or how resilient your body is. The future of health tracking is all about understanding the complex symphony of systems that truly define your wellness, and for the first time, actually being able to read the entire musical score.
So how on earth can a scale possibly do all this? Well, the answer, surprisingly, is electricity. This tech literally uses your body's own electrical properties to reveal its deepest secrets.
It's called bioimpedance spectroscopy, or BIS for short. Yeah, it's a mouthful, but here's how it works. It sends a tiny, totally imperceptible, and completely safe electrical current through your body at a bunch of different frequencies. Think of it like sending out different radio signals to see what bounces back. Different kinds of tissue, like muscle, fat, and water, they all resist this current in their own unique way. And by measuring that resistance, you can build an incredibly detailed map of what your body's made of.
Here's a really simple way to picture it. Imagine that electrical current is like water flowing through a pipe. Muscle tissue, which is full of water, is like a nice wide open section of that pipe. The water flows through super easily. Fat, on the other hand, which has very little water, is like a narrow, clogged up section. The BIS tech is smart enough to measure these different flow rates to figure out exactly what your body is composed of.
And if we zoom way in, down to the microscopic level, this is where it gets really amazing. When that electrical current hits a cell, it can't just bust right through it. It actually has to flow around the cell membrane. And that tiny little detour, that's everything. By analyzing how that signal changes as it navigates around billions and billions of your cells, the technology can assess not just what tissues you have, but the actual health of your individual cells. It's wild.
Okay, so that's the cool lab science. But the real trick, the real challenge, is taking all of that complex technology and packing it into something that can just sit in your bathroom and work with a single step.
Well, one company, Withings, has been on this exact mission for over 15 years now. They're the ones who launched the very first Wi-Fi scale way back in 2009. And after let's call it a brief detour with Nokia, one of the original co-founders actually bought the company back, doubling down on their mission to pioneer this kind of home health tech. And all of that focus, all of that work has led to this, the Body Scan 2. And Withings is being very deliberate here. They are not calling this just a scale. They are calling it a longevity station, a device that's designed to give you a comprehensive health checkup right from the comfort of your home. And this device is absolutely packed with technology. I mean, it's got the bioimpedance spectroscopy we just talked about, but then it adds impedance cardiography to see how well your heart is pumping. It has a 6-lead ECG to look for irregular heartbeats like atrial fibrillation, and even sensors to measure how flexible your arteries are. We are literally talking about hospital-grade hardware in your bathroom. So with all that tech, what can this longevity station actually tell you from one single, simple scan?
Get this. In just 90 seconds, the Body Scan 2 measures over 60 distinct biomarkers. That isn't just a snapshot, it's more like a full-blown medical documentary of your body at that exact moment.
And we're going so far beyond just muscle and fat percentage here. We're talking about things like your cellular age and your heart age. These are metrics that can tell you way more about your long-term vitality than your birthday ever could. It can spot signs of atrial fibrillation, warn you about hypertension risks, and even measure your visceral fat. That's the really dangerous stuff that wraps around your organs.
And this right here, this really highlights the massive leap we're talking about. A regular smart scale, it just sends a little current up one leg and down the other, and then it basically guesses the rest of your body composition.
The Body Scan 2, with its retractable handle, creates a complete electrical circuit through your arms and your torso too. This gives you a true, segmented, full-body analysis, and the results pop up on a screen right there in your hands, not down at your feet.
Of course, bringing this level of medical tech into your home is going to come at a price. The Body Scan 2 is expected to retail for right around $600. The plan is to launch it in the second quarter of 2026, but that's still pending final FDA clearance for some of its key medical features.
Okay, so this brings us to the most important question of all. What in the world do you actually do with all of this data? Why does tracking over 60 different things matter in your day-to-day life?
Well, the real power isn't in a single measurement. It's in watching the trends over time. As Dr. Platzer points out here, this kind of tracking allows for the early detection of health issues previously unattainable. It's all about spotting a potential problem years before you'd ever feel a symptom, and that gives you a crucial, invaluable head start.
And this is the entire philosophy boiled down into just 6 words. Reveal the invisible, fix the irreversible. It's about finding those silent warnings your body is giving you and empowering you to act while you can still easily change the outcome. Small, informed adjustments that you make today can fundamentally alter the entire course of your long-term health.
And really, that's the ultimate question this technology leaves us with. It transforms the scale from a simple device that gives you a number into a window that gives you a glimpse of your health's future. And the real question is, with that knowledge, what will you choose to build?